Hey everyone, J.K. White here from the Baseball Rebellion. Today got a celebrity edition, first ever Baseball Rebellion swing breakdown here. And today we got one of my favorite podcasters, Barstool Big Cat, part of my Take crowd, and really funny guy. And we got him on TV here. I'm sorry for the video quality. This is obviously a gift that I took from the internet, and we're going to use it because this is the best shot that I could find. And I forgot he had done this. And man, I missed an opportunity, but we're going to go ahead and break it down here. I think you're going to see some good stuff. Now, the first thing I'm going to say before you get started here, if you can somehow manage to put on the amount of girth and the stomach that you see here, that's really going to help. You're going to really notice how he gets that moving really well to help him get this ball in the air, because he parks this thing. I'll go ahead and play it for you real quick all the way through so you can kind of see it. Boom, there it is. Okay, so you're going to see right from the get-go, you can already tell when he starts to load up. Now, he does a good job of starting early, so you can clearly see the ball not yet out of the pitcher's hand, and he's already moving. So that's something that we teach here at the Baseball Rebellion, actually, is starting early, getting your body in motion before the pitcher lets go, because we only have about a half a second to read the pitch and go. So great job by Big Cat here to start moving early. You see he's got the big club in his hands. Obviously, he's ready to go with the big purple bat. And here we go. So as he starts to move, all right, kind of an old school approach to see him really drop the hands, all right, because he knows instinctively he's trying to hit this ball somewhere off MLB Park into the light, somewhere up in this region. So your body, a little bit of adjustment there to do that, and he did a good job. Now, interestingly enough, I don't know if he realizes how slow this is going to come. So what you see is kind of the double clutch, kind of the delay here, where he lands, toe touch, and then he starts again. So he does actually a really good job of being athletic and adjustable within his stride. Okay, you see the hands go down, obviously, and what he does well. And if you do have this type of swing, and I know we're being funny here just a little bit, but there's actually some pretty good stuff here. So you actually see, again, the toe tap, land, and then as he goes to move again, notice how the hands work their way back up to the shoulder at the same time as he goes to open his hips and put his foot down. So when he lands, he's back into what a lot of people might call the launch position or the ready position or whatever you want to call this. But this is a very similar position that you see a ton, if not mostly all, good hitters get into, where you see the nice open hips or opening hips, knee is open. You can even see his front foot is open here into the field of play here, which is going to allow him to really get that stomach turning. Really get the back knee and back foot moving here. You can also see the head back over the hip, which is a clear sign that he's trying to set the angle to really give this ball a ride into the light somewhere. Okay, if you see the head forward, chest and shoulders forward, or even up above the belly button in the swing, it's really going to make it difficult to set an angle to get lift behind the ball. Because remember, we're not just thinking about the contact spot, we're thinking about getting the barrel behind the contact spot. You're going to see him do that here in a second. So from here, again, he's moving. All right, gets open with the hips, keeps the shoulder in on the ball, which is part of separation. We've got to keep that shoulder in as the hips open, and then really good job of turning the bat on plane. So you can see where the barrel moves first. It doesn't move towards the ball. His hands actually stay back behind his shoulder extremely well. Looks like this guy might have actually played some baseball at some point in his life, which is, you never quite know with podcasters. But here we go. Here comes the turn, and you're going to see the blurry bat. Sometimes with the poor video quality, you get actually a really good blur of the bat, and you can see it right here behind me. You really see that blur of the purple bat behind his back pocket there. So what that means is that the barrel is moving fast and it's deep, meaning it's back behind the plate a lot, as opposed to crossing his body towards the point of contact where he's going to hit it. He's turning the bat behind the ball. At the same time, notice his back foot. Okay, his back foot not stationary, not just twisting, not squishing the bug. His back foot is actually moving off the ground. Who has taught this guy how to swing? This is amazing. As he goes to rotate, that belly leading the way. Okay, you're going to see that stomach really turn towards the dugout over here in the background, which is going to just yank and pull everything from the backside extremely fast. Front side does an unbelievable job of firming up, which gives him all this tremendous snap and turn in the swing, and then, man, just lift off. Now, I will say, he doesn't complete the front leg. You still see some bend in there. Doesn't necessarily complete the turn all the way with his back foot and back hip, but man, it's still pretty good. And that's the benefit of being a large guy on a small field, just like the big kid on the kickball field, and he's going to kick it over everybody's head purely for the fact that he's just a bigger guy. But when you have good mechanics to put on top of that, even the bat is in a good place to go right here. Man, just a really good swing. Turning down, you can see his shoulder down below the ball. So a lot of things to learn from Barstool Big Cat here. It's an amazing swing, and as you can see, that ball goes into the moonlight or the lights in the background there, and just destroys this ball, and of course gives it the stare down. So man, I'll tell you what, he could put on a clinic for anybody that wants to watch a guy hit a ball really far, and I'll tell you what, you could also learn something about how to swing a baseball bat the most efficient way. So hey, Barstool Big Cat, if you're handing out hitting lessons anytime soon, man, come to the Raleigh-Durham area. We'd love to have you. Thanks, bud.